Right. There is no way in hell that I am going to say that we're broke. Oh, I'm really worried I'm going to say it.
No, Michael.
My name is John, the founder of Precision Growth Partners, and today I'm going to be breaking down the absolute masterclass in negotiation that Michael Scott portrays during the Michael Scott Paper Company versus Dunder Mifflin negotiation.
Hey, can I talk to you guys for a second?
We're not hiring, Jim.
Actually, here for something else.
Listen, I can't make you laugh right now.
You know I love a good guessing game, but why don't I just tell you what I'm here for? Turns out, you guys have made a pretty big dent in the Dunder Mifflin sales.
Oh, that's nice.
So David Wallace has asked me to come down here and see if you would be interested in Dunder Mifflin buying you out.
Seriously? Are you being serious?
Keep bluffing, Pam.
Jim, what you don't understand is that this company's worse.
Oh!
We don't have any...
Oh! See, I'm here to...
Okay, right there, I will call out not a great negotiation tactic. Regardless of how close and how great your relationship is with someone, Michael right there, because he's friends with Jim, is kind of in the friend peer-to-peer sort of mindset, whereas right now he really should be in the cutthroat business-to-business interaction and mindset, because Michael Scott was literally just about to reveal all of his cards, essentially saying that they're completely broke. You don't want to do that in negotiation.
learn as little information as possible. All I really need to hear is if your incredibly successful company would be receptive to a buyout.
Jim right there, great negotiation tactic. Feed into the ego of the person at the other side of the
3
table.
yeses. I will see you titans of industry.
And now here we go.
Yes. Well,
now the
we're not only
seed
tight
has
ends,
been
but they're
planted, the
also
stage is
quarterbacks.
set.
Missed the last part.
We are going in
That's
for
a
the
climb.
negotiation.
Yep.
We are going broke.
Right. There is no way in hell that I am going to say that we're broke. Oh, I'm really worried I'm going to say it.
No, Michael.
Okay, at least he's really honest of him actually just being worried that he's going to reveal that the company's broke. But this whole negotiation truly does rely on that specific fact not being shared whatsoever at any point. Let's see how it goes.
Hello.
Hi.
Michael Scott Paper Company to see Mr. David Wallace. I believe we're expected. Well. How the turntables.
I would advise coming up with like a full sentence.
Michael, in order to expedite these negotiations, we are prepared to make you a very generous offer.
And we are prepared to reject that offer.
Michael, you haven't even heard.
Never accept their first offer. What is your second offer?
$12,000.
Are you kidding me? That is insultingly low. I don't even want to hear what your first offer was.
Okay, a couple of things. First tactic, although technically true, not to accept the first offer, you should at least hear it out so that you run into this exact situation. You kind of understand the mindset, the price point that your opposing party is coming in at, whether that's in the ballpark of where you're thinking or completely out of the question. That's really important, and you want to gather that information. A lot of times you'll be throwing a lowball offer first, and in those scenarios, you need to stand your ground, which is exactly what Michael Scott did.
Here's the situation. Your company is 4 weeks old. I know this business. I know what suppliers are charging. I know you can't be making very much money. I don't know how your prices are so low, but I know it can't keep up that way. I'm sure you're scared, probably in debt. It's the best offer you're going to get.
I'll see your situation and I'll raise you a situation. Your company is losing clients left and right. You have a stockholder meeting coming up, and you are going to have to explain to them why your most profitable branch is bleeding. So they may be looking for a little change in the CFO. So I don't think I need to wait out Dunder Mifflin. I think I just have to wait out you.
Boom. That right there, masterclass on both sides, truthfully on both sides. So first, David Wallace's perspective, this is the concept of know your enemy. You really need to know everything you can know about the person on the other side of the table, because a lot of times you're not really just dealing with the deal, you're dealing with that person and their specific scenario. So David Wallace calls out, he knows the industry, he knows the prices, he doesn't understand how the Michael Scott Paper Company is afloat. He knows that they likely can't be, and they're likely scared, they're likely bleeding money. But On the other hand, Michael Scott, he understands, you know what? This isn't even about the paper. I know your specific situation, David. I know you, David, are under fire right now because you have an investor meeting coming up. They might be looking to change the CFO because the most profitable branch is bleeding. And so by understanding and knowing that specific scenario, the timeline of investor meetings, the likelihood of pressure from stakeholders that are above David Wallace, Michael Scott was able to turn his company's weakness into an extreme advantage for him, his company, and the position that they're taking here in this negotiation.
Okay, now I don't know that I can get this. I do have to go to the board for approval. How's about $60,000? $60,000. Michael.
We're gonna have to talk.
We're gonna
about
have to talk.
this just amongst ourselves.
Okay, no, please take the room. We are outside. Take your time.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Okay, right there, another element of masterclass in negotiation. It's really trying to contain your emotion, right? Even though David Wallace threw out 60,000 as a number, Michael Scott, I'd give him like a B on this. He was able to keep his composure until you're able to get a little bit more time, not reacting, not acting based off of emotion, but level-headedness. So getting this time, this space to discuss amongst your team, really bring everyone back in and understand the pros, the cons, and outline the situation and truly be aligned with your team is extremely powerful. Now, for context here, I know they said 60,000, which might not sound like a lot, but I think at the filming of this video, I think Michael Scott's salary is probably around the $40,000 to $45,000 a year range. Receptionist Pam, her yearly salary is probably around like that $30,000 to $35,000 mark, and Ryan, as an intern at Dunder Mifflin, he was probably making like less than $20,000, if at any at all. So $60,000 is roughly over a year's worth of salary at Michael Scott's level. So it is a sizable chunk of change. So that is why you kind of get this reaction of like how monumental 60,000 might feel.
Hello. I want my old job back. I want my old parking space back. I want a Sebring.
They don't make them anymore.
And I want Charles gone.
I'm not firing Charles. He's very valuable.
That's very kind of you to say, David.
I need him gone.
No.
Okay, then I want Pam back.
You already have a new receptionist. I know.
Sales.
Thank you.
Pam's not a salesperson.
Yes, she is. At the Michael Scott Paper Company, in its heyday.
That's right.
Okay. Please continue.
And Ryan.
Ryan cost Dunder Mifflin hundreds of thousands of dollars, Michael.
You know
Ryan.
what? David, I don't care if Ryan murdered his entire family. He is like a son to me.
Do you realize what you're asking for here? You're talking about salary plus health benefits.
And dental this time.
Insurance, taxes, Social Security for 3 people. This is a heck of a lot more than 60 grand. You're talking about a multi-million-dollar buyout.
These are our demands.
Your company cannot be worth that much.
Our company is worth nothing. That's the difference between you and I. Business isn't about money to me, David. If tomorrow my company goes under, I will just start another paper company, and then another, and another, and another. I have no shortage of company names.
Michael.
That's one of them. Yes. These are our demands. This is what we want. Our balls are in your court.
Okay, right here, absolutely crucial pivot point in the negotiation. Because right now, Michael has officially verbalized their demands, what they are looking for, the concessions that they will require in order for them to entertain a buyout, which, truth be told, is a pretty outrageous list of things. For example, his own job back, Pam coming back not as a receptionist, but as a sales associate, and Ryan coming back, who has essentially defrauded the company and cost them legitimately hundreds of thousands of dollars. On top of that, insurance, benefits, all of that for 3 full-time employees, management, sales, as well as I believe Ryan's probably coming back as sales as well. So on top of that, he's asking for Charles Minor to be removed, which the company has already invested tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of hiring Charles, putting him in place, the timeline that it took for him to ramp up on board onto Dunder Mifflin, adjust to the team, probably some relocation expenses as well. There is a lot of money that's being demanded right now from Michael. So that's one aspect of the negotiation. The second aspect, I would like to call on a more technical term, which is called BATNA, BATNA, which is your best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Think of it as what's your best alternative to an agreement not happening. And so the better that is for the party, the more leverage they kind of have. So for example, in Michael Scott's case, he actually has a really not ideal BATNA. The best alternative he has, if this negotiation fails, is they go back to running the Michael Scott Paper Company, continuously trying to reach out and gouge more money from their clients that they already gave good deals to, attempting to actually grow their business. On Dunder Mifflin's side, David, his BATNA is if a negotiated agreement doesn't happen, then his worst case scenario is going to be potentially losing his job. His best alternative is he's able to wait out the Michael Scott Paper Company long enough for those clients to come back to Dunder Mifflin, and then he's in an all right situation, but that's more of a passive approach. But the thing here that is extremely important, despite Michael not having a great best alternative if a negotiation doesn't happen, David doesn't know the worst case scenario for Michael. And on top of that, Michael Scott, he is determined. He literally revealed that his company is worth nothing. And rather than that being a weakness, that ended up being one of his strongest points in this because of who he is. Michael Scott has the credibility of someone that will go to the ends of the earth to fulfill a vendetta, to accomplish the goal that he set himself out for. And in this scenario, he's going to just keep coming at David Wallace and Dunder Mifflin no matter what. If Michael Scott Paper Company fails tomorrow, he's just going to start a new paper company and do the exact same thing over and over and over again. And to David Wallace, he knows Michael. He knows him as a person. And because of that, he understands that Michael isn't bluffing here. Michael is absolutely serious on continuously starting new company after new company after new company, regardless of what it requires and how much it takes. David Wallace understands that in that game, Michael Scott's going to win.
Okay. Deal. Okay?
Can we have the room, please?
There it is. And that right there is the masterclass with Michael Scott on negotiations. Right there, again, David Wallace knew. You saw that face. Let's go back to his face. That face right there. This face is when David Wallace, he understands, wow, despite this being extremely expensive and time intensive, getting a deal done here would save him so much in the long run than if he let this continue rampant and Michael Scott Paper Company going off the walls and constantly just going after Dunder Mifflin. David understands right here that he's lost and he has to accept that. And so he does. And there you have it, a masterclass in negotiations with Michael Scott. Whether you're looking to interview for a new job, ask for a raise, or potentially even sell your company or you're being bought out, you need to understand some fundamentals about negotiation. You can always take some notes from Michael Scott. A couple of things that definitely stand out is understanding who is on that other side of the table. What are their motivations? What are their incentives? What are the pressures that they're facing that they need to deal with? 2, what's your best alternative to a negotiated agreement? What's your best alternative if things fail and don't work out? And last but not least, don't let your emotions control you. If you like this type of content, let me know in the comments below what next TV show, episode, or iconic scene that I should break down in relation to marketing or entrepreneurship or even negotiations. And good luck on your next negotiation. Thanks so much for your time. And as always, stay safe, stay you.